Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Welcome to Disgruntled, the podcast where we process the minor inconveniences that feel like personal attacks.
Traffic, conference calls, group texts, no one's safe.
We're not here to fix anything. We're here to vent, to spiral, and to laugh instead of scream.
Basically, it's therapy, but with less crying and more yelling into the void.
And just so we don't get fired, the views expressed in the podcast are ours and ours alone. They do not reflect the opinions of our employers, past, present, or future.
Or yours, or anyone's really.
We're not really professionals. We're just professionally done with everything.
Call us today, cry for help, but make it funny at 479-222-1251.
Or you can find us at disgruntlednetwork.org and submit your unfortunate ramblings via form.
And visit the link in the bio for more details.
Anyway, so we're your host of Disgruntled. I'm Bailey Bowlin.
I'm Gillian Johnson.
And let's get into the episode.
I'm going to finish up my eating of the day. That's great. I'll be here and let them...
Your
ASMR.
peanut butter M&Ms?
Yeah.
My favorite. I hate that this microphone blocks Taylor Swift.
I know, and you can't see that this is my disgruntled shirt. I'm just disgruntled.
I was going to wear mine. I was going to wear my white one. But it was wrinkled and I didn't feel like throwing it in a dryer.
We'll see here. I'm trying to not wear the same thing on the episode more than once, so everybody's like, ew. And I had on a shirt that I've definitely worn in another episode before. So I was like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and rep our merch while I'm at it, you know?
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell our listener base that if you see me in a repeated outfit, mind your business. Okay? Because it's not like we record these every single day. We record once a week, and I do have a washing machine.
Thank you for pointing that out so I don't get fried later. Thank you.
So, yeah, I will be wearing the same thing multiple times, just to let you know. Jill, why don't you give us your little what has gotten you disgruntled this week first, because I still don't know mine.
Okay. I can do that. And it's only because so much has happened in the last week that has mentally destroyed me that I have a plethora of options. I'm eating M&Ms because I now have this constant need to eat because I'm trying to quit nicotine. Love that for me.
Oh,
if you see me blow up.
Is that because your vape was discontinued or whatever?
Yeah, they don't sell geek bars in Arkansas anymore, and the other options just don't do it for me. Like, I've been trying a couple of different disposables, and...
Well, and, like, it's different, too, because, like, I am on the edge of the state. You are in the dead middle. So it's not like you can go to another state and get one.
Well, don't think that I haven't contemplated driving to Branson or Memphis or Shreveport or, I've calculated it. I have. But then I was like, are you this down bad that you're having to drive 4 to 6 hours round trip for a $30 geek bar? Is that where you've come, Gillian? And so I'm trying to...
you could come to Fort Smith.
Well,
does Oklahoma?
Different parts. It depends because I've kind of called a couple of the different areas around. Yeah, okay. Don't even with me. Yes, around the state. And the problem is that a lot of people in Arkansas are doing that same exact thing and going out of state. So now all of the geek bar, all of the vape shops around this state, the ones at the very border, are selling out constantly because everyone is going. So you had to catch it on a shipment day and a lot of other factors. And again, the more I talk about it, the more I sound like a drug addict. And it's scary.
Oh my God.
I struggle with it so bad because I've never... Oh, well, let me just not say that and just lie. I watched my dad struggle with an addiction to nicotine my entire life. And I always swore that I wasn't going to smoke because he was always smoking, always coughing, always having to go outside to smoke because my mom, by damn it, was not going to let that man smoke in our house. So he was always going to be outside 5 or 6 times a day smoking, saw how much money it cost. I was like, I'm never going to be that person. Well, um,
Never
and
say
he's even
never.
had, yes, and he's even had, I've been in the hospital with him this last time. He had a problem, with with the flow of his blood in his foot because of his addiction to smoking. And they're like, you need to stop or this is gonna literally kill you. And he's still smoking. So I wanted to, stand on business for what I mean. My current fiance got me into geek bars, but I can't necessarily completely, I'm not going to put that on him because it was my decision to keep smoking after the first couple of hits of
I'm just
one.
hung up on my current fiance.
Oh,
Mind you, Jill has never been engaged before.
that was a Freudian slip, and I didn't mean for that to happen. My
funny.
I can't recover from that. I'm just gonna move on. And I'm trying to quit smoking. There we go. Cause I don't want to be that person. Like I can feel a difference in my lungs. When they first released the ban in Arkansas for this kind of disposable vape at the end of September, I was like, this is it. I'm gonna stop. But then my fiance found a connection that still had a few products left. So that got me through October. And now we're in November and it's become a problem. So it's either drive or quit. And I'm quitting. And so
Good.
I am eating everything that's in sight. And
Yeah.
I got to quit. I've also been drinking a lot of soda to get the same kind of like fizzy like vibe, and I gotta do better. And so this is me just trying to not kill anybody and do better for my lungs and my health. That's why am I disgruntled? Because nicotine is a bitch. There we go. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's a good statement.
Mhm. I'm sorry. Were you not prepared for my 6-minute trauma dump?
No. I'm still caught up on my first fiance. What was it? Was it my current fiance? Whoa, that cracked me up. That's funny. Well, I'm glad that you're quitting because it is dangerous. Like it's bad for your health and all those things.
What
But I
is it?
will
We don't know.
say that everybody has something that they're addicted to.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, and it can show in different forms because, like, that's the problem with addiction. It has so many pathways, and what really, really, really sucks is, nicotine is just as addictive as marijuana. Nicotine is just as addictive as alcohol. It's just as addictive as all of these other drugs, meth, heroin, like all of these things. But the difference is it is not frowned upon as heavily as other major drugs. While it might be just as addictive, it's not as publicly shamed. And I think that's the part that sucks. Like, it's readily available. It's in every single store you go in. Alcohol, you can get whatever you need at any time. So I'm thankful that I don't have any of those addictions. There's all kinds of addictions. People can be addicted to working out. People can be addicted to food. Like, everybody has an addiction. It doesn't matter. Your phone. Don't even look at my screen time.
Mind your
Please.
business.
Mind your business. This is my second warning for you to mind your business. So, proud of you for quitting. Proud of you for quitting. Continue down that road.
Damn.
because it is ridiculous to drive 3 hours
It is.
at the shortest, in the shortest, to feed that monster. So
It is. I will proudly say, yes, 100% it is. I am going to quit, and I will keep you updated on how moody I am and how much I want to kill everyone around me. I'm sure that it will lead to great content.
for legal purposes, that is not a true reflection. Ah, PR. Public relations, Jill.
I'm just going to sit here and eat
Just
my
kidding.
M&Ms. Thank you.
Go right ahead. So I think I found something that irritated me this past week.
What was it?
Honestly, it's irritated me this entire year.
Facts. But
This
okay.
whole MBA program that I'm in, I have 4 weeks left. 4 weeks. And I am crawling to that finish line because the motivation, it's gone. I have zero motivation to do homework, to sit here and read. I have no motivation to do it at all. Did I do that to myself? Yes. Are we going to talk about that? No. Anyway, so last week I was looking at everything that I had to do. I had 2 discussion boards. So I take 2 classes per term, blah, 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 7-week terms. Both classes had a discussion board due, right? But it's no longer the 200-word response to this discussion and then a 100-word response to a peer, one peer, right? No, it's not that anymore. Not that anymore. Now it is answer these 4 questions, 300 words each, and respond to 2 peers, at least 250 words each. At this point, I should write a paper.
Just submit it. Damn.
I should write a paper, not a discussion board. It makes no sense to me, and I hate the whole you have to do your initial post on by Thursday, and then you have to respond to the 2 classmates after Thursday, Friday and Saturday, Sunday at the latest. Hate that. Absolutely freaking hate that. Oh my God, I hate that. And then last week alone, I had 76 pages of material to read for 1 class.
Oh my God.
1 class. And here's the thing. I have become numb in so many ways, but I have learned. So I guess that's the biggest thing I've learned during this whole graduate school program thing. Managing your expectations, because if I have to put in 15 hours of work to get an A, but I can put in 8 hours and pass with a B, I can tell you right now what I'm going to do, because my time is very, very, very important. And I have things going on. I just find it ridiculous. They make the master's program so hard. And I guess that's why, to keep it like exclusive and like a big deal. But they make it so hard on these people who are in full-blown careers. Like full-blown careers. And I can't deal with that. Can't deal with it. Another thing. See, I shouldn't even started. Another thing. Why do you have group projects in a master's program?
Oh, don't even get me started.
Why do you have group projects when the entire class is online? Because I'm having to coordinate with a group of 7 people what time we can all get together to talk about this paper that we're having to do.
Time zones across the country.
In all different time zones. I have a mountain time. I had someone who was out of the country on assignment last week. So I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Because here's the thing. Those 7 people are not walking with me at graduation. They didn't take me through that finish line.
Right?
Like, at all. If it's a group project, we're going to do it as a group for the entire freaking degree.
Facts.
Oh my God. It drives me nuts. Can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Ugh.
I've always hated a group project, and I have a different perspective too as both a teacher and a student, because I have a hate relationship for those in both regards. Rather, it is. I mean, I see the benefits when it works well. It's just very rare that it works the way that it was intended to work. And I could barely get high school students in the classroom with nothing else to do but that, together with each other in the same room to do a group project, much less across the country. It's just,
Right.
what's your expectations here? What was your goal in doing it? And
Right.
is your goal, is that the way that you're the best way to achieve what you wanted out of it?
I'll
And
tell you
most of
what the goal is. Busy work.
It's exactly what it is. To say that you had a communications aspect to your course, to check that box for your dean, that's exactly what that was.
Yep. And communicating internationally. I do that every single day at work. Why do I want to go home and have to have a meeting at 10 p.m. when I need to be up at 4?
To drive to your job.
Dr. Williams, you aren't listening to me. I just don't get that. I would do it differently, and I guess that's why I'm not in that seat. Anyway, here's a word from our sponsors.
You know what'd be great right now? A sponsor.
You know what's even better than rage? Revenue.
If you're listening and you've got a product, email us or send us cash. We're open.
Okay.
Guys, Gill is going through it, and I can't keep this contained. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, I love it when people laugh at my pain. It's invigorating.
Oh, I'll always be there to laugh at your pain, Gill.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and get into our submissions this week.
Let's do it.
Before we get into this, I will give a little caveat and a little preface to this. So I put together the episode guide this week. Fair warning, the first 2 are fairly small, and I did this on purpose. And not because your complaint is small, I'm just talking about size-wise. It's small. Because I don't think there's going to be as much to unpack as the last 2. So we'll leave that where that is. So, starting out, we have Toya from Mississippi, and she says, why do people hold the door open from like 20 feet away? Now I have to speed walk like I'm in the Olympics. And it's so true. It's so true. It's so true. I can't stand it. In our office building where I'm at or whatever, we have elevators. So
Rub it in
they'll
some more.
always hold the elevator. And here's the thing. Sometimes I don't want to ride up with people in an elevator because I would rather be stuck by myself than stuck with 15 other people.
I think you've watched too much Final Destination, but okay.
I can trust myself. Some days. But I will let you know, I won't be taking the stairs up 4 flights. That's not going to happen.
Never.
That's not going to happen. I work on the 4th floor, and my friend, on the very first day we moved in, he was like, let's take the stairs. Huh?
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
I was mad by the 2nd floor. I was fighting for my life by the 3rd. And by the 4th, they needed to call workers' comp.
Facts. I taught on the 3rd floor of a high school, and when I tell you I found the elevator on the 2nd day and used it for the next 2.5 years, yeah.
Yeah, big fan of elevators, actually. Uh, but I do know what you mean, Toya. People holding the door. I understand you're trying to be courteous. I completely understand that, and I'm thankful for that. But when I am 40 feet back and I am having to run so I don't feel like I'm inconveniencing you, you have inconvenienced me.
Facts. All you've done
So
is just stress
what
me
you're
out.
trying to do negates what you're actually doing. So, no.
I'll tell you. I
No.
think I got stuck one time holding the door at Texas Roadhouse for like 15 minutes.
That's the worst place to hold the door.
I know.
You don't hold the door at Texas Roadhouse.
No, because there are people who will never stop coming. It was both directions. I just assumed, I was like, y'all just give me a t-shirt. I work here now.
Yeah.
That.
Put me on payroll.
I've accepted my fate. Just pay me in peanuts, you know?
Give me a share of that tip. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Toya, thank you for your submission. We appreciate you very, very much.
We do.
Next
would be Gina from Texas. Gina, she's got some things to say. She says drive-through etiquette. The 16-year-old at the window who just snatched my card from my hand, I'm going to catch a charge. I'm going to catch a charge. And Gina, girl, same.
Like, I understand you don't want to be there. I get it. I totally get it. But I'm just trying to get my chicken nuggets and go home.
Correct.
That's all I'm trying to do. But you worked fast food. Like, you had a stint at Popeyes.
Correct. I did.
Can you give us a little insight to how that impacted your life?
Traumatically. The freshman 15 turned into the freshman 55 because I was working the night shift and got off when they closed every day, so I couldn't eat in the cafeteria. So I was taking home leftover Popeyes for anyone who wanted it because it felt like a hate crime to just throw it in the trash every night for no one, for it to just go to waste. So I was feeding most of the campus. And Popeyes is definitely going to come for me at some point, and I'm ready. But I experienced so much in that drive-through. I was at front counter for a while, and then you get promoted up to drive-through like it's some kind of victory award.
Woo!
Yeah, it's more of a punishment, if anything else. And every day at Popeyes, was asked on the menu, where's the burgers? And I was like, there's a Burger King across the street. Go there, sweetie. It's not here. And I have had an incident with a customer in the drive-thru from that perspective. The one most memorable is the lady who came through. We packed up her box. We gave it to her. And I remember, this is something because I remember this order. She got a 2-piece with a side of fries. And she got her food, no problem, gave it to her, sweet as can be. She pulls around in the drive-thru again and comes on the intercom and goes, y'all didn't give me any food. What are you talking about? I gave you the box. There was nothing in the box. I said, what are you talking about? Well, I tell her to pull through to the actual window, and I go and I open the box and I show my manager, and it's a box full of crumbs. It's a box full of crumbs. At some point, there was food in that box. Otherwise, there would not be crumbs. You think we intentionally took some of the chicken and just took some of the skin and crumbled it in the box for you to tease you with it and then threw you the box? No, that's not what happened. You ate the food and thought you would come around again and get the other food. Well, I wasn't the one to be trifling with that day. And me and her, she was not happy when I told her you ate the food, and called her out on it. And that is one of the most traumatic experiences that I went through with the Popeyes drive-thru. having to confront a lady who said she hadn't
So
brought any food.
I did my stint in retail. My stint in retail was not in food. My stint in retail was in department store. Okay.
Mm.
And to be clear, it was a upper end department store in Arkansas terms. I'm not talking about Nordstrom, Macy's, Bergdorf's. No. No. We're talking low. So I worked there, and I was in the handbags and accessories department. Shocker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we had regulars. Like, we had regular people that would come in. We'd have people that would come buy $1,000 worth of stuff, and then they'd return it the next day, and it'd hit your freaking sales per hour goals. And you would never make it. Like, that's the problem with that place. You can never make your SPH goals. Ever. Because you sold the product. The customer decided to then return the product. Why is that coming against me?
Yeah.
That I had no influence in her decision to return this. So that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah.
But we had regulars, we had regular people that would come in, and I am not kidding. I couldn't count the amount of times on my finger, like on my hands, how many times I'd be over there talking to my friends, because that's what I did when I worked there, because it was a social hour. It was not work. So I would be over there talking to my friends, and I would see this person come up the escalator, and I would run for a stock room because I didn't want to deal with them. And I wouldn't deal with them. And like, I guess there was just like a code of honor amongst all of the like associates and stuff, where when somebody be like, well, I want to talk to a manager, right? I'll say, okay. So I'd call over to the counter that my friend worked at and said, hey, I have a customer over here that's wanting to speak to my manager. Will you come on over? And they'd come over and say, what can I do for you?
Oh my God, I love
And that's
that
called
there.
dealing with problems before they arise.
Amen. Amen.
So I had good times in retail. I had bad times in retail. I had a lot of bad times in retail, but I had really good times too. So, all right. Who was that? That was Gina, right?
That was Gina. I hope you
Gina.
didn't catch a charge. But
I
it
hope you
would have been
didn't either, and I hope your meal was very, very good.
I
So-
hope you got your food before you confronted them.
Hopefully. Awesome, cool. We're gonna hear a word from our sponsors, and then we're gonna be back with some really, really, really fun rants. This podcast is brought to you by no one, because the world is cruel and marketing departments are cowards. But it doesn't have to be this way. We're ready. Sponsor us. Let's make capitalism fun again.
Bitch, you are not flying to Turkey to get a hair transplant over my dead body.
No, I'll do it in the U.S.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no shit.
Who knows? Listeners, one day we might release a montage of what we talk about during our breaks, if it's not too detrimental.
Or X-rated. I feel like all I do is cuss in between them, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All I do between them is talk about people, so probably can't do that, actually. Okay. Okay, so my next one. So this was an anonymous submission. I love them. Keep them coming. Okay. So they say, hi, Bailey and Gill. Please keep this anonymous because I'm not ready for my entire career to explode. So I guess this is where I can come, and not blow up my career. So perfect. Love that for me. First of all, you're already talking like we're friends, and I'm loving it.
Amen.
I'm loving every second. And so they say, here's my thing. Everybody at work thinks I got promoted because I grind, because I work late, because I'm in the office. I'm the office golden child. But the truth, I only knew about the opening because my manager told me before it was posted, and he told me because we've been involved. said, "We don't love each other. We don't even like each other half the time. It's just convenient, easy, messy in a way that feels like I'm in control until now." Because HR sent out the email announcing my promotion today, and everyone kept saying how proud they were of me and how I earned it and how I deserved it. And I stood there smiling, dying inside, wondering how many of them would spit in my coffee if they knew. And the worst part, he asked me tonight if we're still doing this. And I don't know how to say no without risking everything I just gained. So, yeah, that's my little corporate sin. Tell me how awful I am or tell me I'm human. Either way, it feels good to finally say it out loud.
Damn.
So, here's what I'm going to say. And from my mother-in-law who's watching this, excuse my language. Sorry. I love you. This is why you don't shit where you eat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you will always feel that looming over you now. And now, in your mind, subconsciously, any other forward progression that you have after this, you're still going to ask yourself, did I actually earn this?
Or was it because of this moment?
Exactly. And that's not an answer that's not a question that you can answer for yourself. So yeah, that's a rocky road. That's a rocky road because you gave somebody ammunition against you. So what happens when something happens, and y'all are no longer amicable or even able to be in the same room anymore? Now this person has ammunition against you to use at their disposal.
Blackmail. Sorry.
So say the both of you were going up for a promotion, right? You got it over him. Wham bam. There you go. Perfect opportunity to stop to say, well, you don't know how she actually earned that. You know? And it's just setting yourself up for failure. And I want my capabilities to shine more than anything else. So I'm not going to give anybody ammunition against me when my work ethic, my ability, all of those things speak for me. You know,
Oh, damn.
it's just reputational risk.
Yes, exactly.
I personally wouldn't do it ever.
Nope.
So,
I just,
what do you think?
I still kind of, I mean, I don't want this to ruin every part of everything. I want you to still try to enjoy what's been given to you, and kind of just
Mhm.
move forward with it in a positive way. Because I feel like that's your only choice you have right now is to accept what's happened. You learned from it.
Right.
And let's try to not get in that position
That
again so that you
headspace.
don't have to feel like this. So that you don't have to second guess yourself or your abilities or your worth. Because
Well, and I think it's helpful that her team, I'm saying her, I don't know if it's a her. So I apologize if I'm misgendering you. But I think that it's helpful that their team had told them, you know, this was earned. They've seen you staying up like working
exactly.
late. They've seen you doing all of these things. They've seen you grind. So like it's there, like they see it. You know, it'd be different if you sat there on your phone and didn't do anything all day, but yet you just got a promotion. That would be a different story. I
There'd
mean, if you're
definitely be
putting in
some
the
rumors going
work,
around.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't think that you're awful. I do think that you're human. I don't think that you're awful. I just think that you had a lapse of judgment, maybe.
Moment of
So
weakness. Whatever.
Moment
however
of
you wanna-
weakness. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Moment of weakness. And that's humanity. That's humility. You know, it happens. So
It
cool.
does.
Thank you. Thank you for submitting. Feel free to tell us more.
Thank you for being vulnerable with us, and we wish you all of the best. Now, Bailey. Bailey. As you said earlier, you put the guide together, so you know what's coming next.
I know what's coming next.
And I love that the only people that don't know are our viewers. It makes me feel kind of, I got something on you.
Why am I blushing? Like I'm literally blushing.
I know, me too.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so we have another anonymous post, and I'm just going to read it to you. I'm going to just jump right in here because nothing else does this justice but me jumping in. So from Anonymous. Hey, it's me again. Yeah, the wedding criminal. I didn't think I'd submit to the pod again, but things got worse. Or clearer. I don't know. So remember how I told the other guy everything? Well, he finally responded. Not right then, but later that night. He texted me, just one line. If you're really leaving him, don't do it for me. Do it because you're unhappy. And I swear that hit harder than anything. Because he's right. I've been acting like this whole mess is a love triangle when really it's a trap that I made for myself. And then here's the kicker. My fiance asked me if I was okay tonight, just casually. Like, you seem off. Are you stressed about the wedding? Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with a stomach full of guilt and a phone full of messages I absolutely should not have. And the worst part?
Ooh.
He hugged me. He held me like nothing was wrong, like I wasn't the kind of person who'd blow up a future just because I felt lonely. So now I'm stuck. The guy I'm cheating with doesn't want to be an escape hatch. The guy I'm engaged to thinks I'm picking out cake favors. And here I am on anonymous hotlines in a half-empty Walgreens parking lot trying to figure out where my life turned into a soap opera. I don't know. I guess I wanted someone to know that I'm not okay. And that I think I might break both their hearts before I figure out how to fix my own. Anyway, sorry. I know this isn't what the hotline is for, but thanks for being the only place I can say this out loud.
So this is what the hotline's for. Like this is why we have open submissions and anonymous submissions, because this was the entire premise of Disgruntled. This is exactly how I stated this to Gill in one of my rides home from my work. I literally said, I want a place where people feel comfortable enough to tell their stories. And you do. And you did. And that is not, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I think that you're in a very sticky situation. I think it's a very sticky situation. I loved the part of you realizing that it's not a love triangle. It's just a mess. Because it's not a triangle. It's not a triangle. And I definitely think that you need to have some time with yourself. You need to have some time to sit down with yourself, away from distractions, away from anything like that, that you can sit there and say, what do I want with my life? Is this what's going to make me feel fulfilled? Is this what's going to make me feel like I'm doing the right thing? What is that going to be? And you need to find that. You really, really, really need to find that. Because if you don't, it's going to be even worse the longer that it goes. And I definitely agree with what your what should we call them? With what your lover what what the other guy person said, saying that if you're really leaving him, don't do it for him, Do it because you're truly unhappy. And if that is the case, you need to figure out why you're unhappy. Because it's not like you need to figure out your own heart and like what you need and what you're looking for and go from there. So you're human. You're human. This is humility. Like, this is being very honest and vulnerable and open. Now you need to start having those internal conversations of, what do I do? What do I do? How do I set myself up for success? How do I do it without hurting other people at the same time? So, hate that.
Yeah. From I guess Gillian's perspective, I just want to say that I'm glad again that you felt like you could reach out to us and that we'd listen, because we are. And I am, I guess, sorry and not sorry that this situation has happened, because I think it's opened your eyes. I think that's the one good benefit from it, is that it's made you really reflect on yourself and your relationship and what's making you happy and what's not. And I feel like you needed this. I feel like there's a reason the universe is blowing this up with you right now and making you to force you to make this decision before you got trapped in something you didn't want to be in. And
Right.
for a very long time. So I'm so glad that these difficult, as hard as it's going to be, these difficult things are coming up, because it's going to save you. It's going to help you
Yeah.
get to the end of this very hard road and into a place that you're going to get to where you've never been happier. And it's going to feel like crap. It's going to
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like crap, bro. You're going to feel like the universe is scraping your butt across glass on the way to eternal hell, but you're going to be okay. And the
You
reason
have
that
such a way with words.
I know, I'm just poetic. What can I say? And I'm so grateful, and I'm so ready for you to be at a better place and be happy, because I feel like we've all been in that half empty Walgreens parking lot before, in some kind of
Yep.
terms or place in a relationship, and everybody can relate to that, and we can all say collectively from the other side of it that it does get better. That once you have that hard conversation with him and you either break it off or y'all go to therapy and find a way to fix it, and a very
Right.
important thing has happened, and then that's you're getting closer and closer to your happiness. And that's what
Yeah.
needs to happen, because as the very, very, very wise RuPaul says, how can you love anybody else when you can't love yourself, sweetie? And let's all listen to the words of RuPaul. Love yourself. Love yourself.
I agree. So, let's end it on a high note. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Just a little, and this is off the cuff, and Jill doesn't know what I'm about to do. What's your top 3 karaoke songs?
You know what? You are just about a well, I think Bailey is setting me up here, and I think he's thinking of how to advertise this week's episode. And if he thinks he's releasing that karaoke part, the video that Jimmy has of me karaokeing half drunk in Florida, I swear to God, this might be the end of Disgruntled Network, because that video you promised me was going to stay hidden. That's all I want to know.
No, I won't use it to advertise
Okay,
at all.
good.
I
Thank you.
won't.
Thank
That's
you.
between you and I.
Good.
That's hilarious. Oh, it's so good. But I won't use it for advertisement.
For context there, it's me singing Beast of Burden by the Rolling Stones. So that was my number 1 up there. My number 2 karaoke song right now, has got to be, oh, you know, it's the matter of, it's a thing of what can I sing musically that I would sound decent in enough to not make somebody's ears bleed, but what's my actual favorite song that I love to belt no matter how awful I
Right.
sound. I'm torn between the two. So if we're going to go with I just don't give a crap about how I sound, number 2, as socially awkward as it's going to get, Red Wine Supernova by Chapel Roan.
It was literally in my head. I was literally saying it. Red Wine Supernova.
Yes. And my third is going to have to be, let me think. It's going to have to be a Sheryl Crow song for sure. And you know why that is, because she's my girl. She's my girl. I would do any of them because I am very familiar with all of them. I would just go in half drunk because I'd have to be half drunk, as Bailey knows, to sing karaoke. So I'd be half drunk going Sheryl Crow, you know, as I'm trying to get my lips together. What about you, Bailey? Let's hear from you. What are your top 3 karaoke songs?
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
I was thinking of this on the way home from work because we had a meeting this morning where we asked like our market leaders to provide like tell us theirs.
Oh.
So I have it. Ready? You're So Vain, Carly Simon.
Oh.
Love it. I think it's a perfect song.
Yeah.
You're So Vain. Vienna by Billy Joel.
Okay. Yeah, it's a crowd pleaser right there.
Classic.
Yeah.
Very classic. And the third, I don't know if anybody has ever heard of this song, but it's called Let Her Rip by the Chicks, formerly Dixie
Oh.
Chicks, but
Yeah.
it's the Chicks now, and it's Let Her Rip. It's so fun. It's so fun.
It's a good one.
Okay, well, that's all I needed. Thank you. Uh,
I hope I passed the pop quiz.
yeah. Thank you for listening to Disgruntled. We thoroughly enjoy this. Like, I can't, and I guess I could be genuine right now because I am. I thoroughly enjoy this. This is the most creative and the most like liberating and fun time I've had in a long time, at least in my whole entire adulthood, at
Yes.
least. And the fact that I get to do it with my best friend is cherry on top.
Amen.
So, and that is only possible because of our listeners. I'm thankful for the people that submit their rants. I'm thankful for the people that listen. I'm thankful for the people that like our post on social media and all of those things. I'm very thankful for those people. Because without you, we would still do this, but it'd just be me and Jill talking to each other. So it's fun to be able to share it publicly, you know?
It is.
So that's my genuine part of this. So next, be sure to submit your rants. You can do that in many different ways. You can go to our website, www.disgruntlednetwork.org. There's like 37 places that you can click and it'll take you to a Google form that you can put your rant into, which is what these 4 kind people have done today. It does not have to have your name. You don't have to include where you're from. You don't have to include anything, honestly. You can say you want it to be anonymous. It doesn't matter to me. I love the anonymous ones because I feel like they're very, very raw. So really, really enjoy those. Another way that you could get disgruntled with us, you can call in or text us at 479-222-1251. And this is a voicemail hotline. You can leave your voicemail of how you're feeling, and we will put it on the podcast. We can actually hear your voice. And I love those. Need to
Those are
find some
good.
more.
We do.
So that's fun. Our link tree is on the screen right now, right there. It's also in the show notes. So if you go down to the show notes, there's a link straight to it. You can click it. Follow us on all the social media. Be sure to leave us a review, subscribe, rate us, tell all your friends. Gill is pointing out that we do have merch. It's available at www.disgruntled.shop. And we will see you next week. I think that's it, right, Jill?
That's it. That's it. Thank you
Right?
for
Yeah.
enjoying and putting up with us for another week. We love you.
We'll see if Jill makes it through this this next week with no nicotine. So we shall see.
I'm gonna eat my M&Ms. See you later.
Good. All right. Love you. Bye. I'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
This has been a Disgruntled Network multimedia production.
Created by people with a lot of opinions and just enough time to share them.
Executive produced by Gillian Johnson and Bailey Bowlin.
If you liked what you heard, don't forget to scream into the void or, leave us a review.